Hello, denizens. After getting somewhat annoyed with the first few season 2 Pacemaker shows, I decided to watch the rest of the eps and do a final wrap-up review, as I didn't want to waste mine or your time with reviewing each show, as it was all going sideways for me. Warning, there will be spoilers. I also prefer reviewing or critiquing something when it's mostly all there, because what's the point of ripping into a total mess except that, it's often more entertaining than the show itself. But I find that exhausting, and I have found Pacemaker to be exhausting and frustrating for different reasons as compared to, let's say, The Acolyte or Ahsoka, which were so comically terrible, I was like a bear finding some honey. In the case of Pacemaker, I'm mostly perplexed because, unlike the two shows I mentioned, this one has a ton of creative ideas that haven't yet coalesced into the series I think James Gunn thought it would be. And this penultimate episode had one moment that really twisted my tidy whities, and I needed to comment on it. I do like the fact that I can recognize what a James Gunn production is going to be, much like a Michael Bay movie or Steven Spielberg event. Even those guys have had their bad days. This is all to say that Pacemaker has fallen into the streaming death trap that ignores the simple things that make series TV so watchable, which I know I keep harping on. Network TV, was comfort food. Watching the A-Team was like having a Sunday roast. When Mom tried to change things up with lasagna, everyone freaked out. What the hell are you doing, Mom? Are you crazy? Are you trying to poison us? Have you hit menopause? I also believe TV shows make a solemn promise to viewers to give you 90% of what you expect with 10% of surprise. I really liked season 1 of Peacemaker. I would break down its promise to us thusly. A bunch of misfits sent out on impossible missions who screw everything up right till the very end, where they find a way together to make it all work. That was Peacemaker. Season 2, we got Pacemaker, where the first 3 or even 4 shows were setups. The quantum unfolding room, a frustrating mystery box teasing us with possibilities. There was Flag and his team, Father and Keith from Earth X, and of course, Pacemaker's group of sad sacks. There was too much going on to follow. I don't know what the final show is going to be. Gunn has promised a bombastic, mind-expanding craziness that will tie everything together, apparently. What we're not hoping for is more naked orgies, which, coming from me is unusual. My point is that every idea I've seen in this show so far could have been executed by our posse of misfits doing their A-Team shtick. The first, couple of shows giving us some straight-up entertainment while providing the breadcrumbs to what Gunn is ultimately trying to lead us to. I didn't turn to it to watch depressed superheroes weeping and crying through 3 shows only to give short shrift to some interesting stuff going on in Earth X. Now, for those of you who don't know, Earth X is an alternative universe where the Nazis won World War II. The reason we get so little of it, I think, is that there's a joke. Pacemaker is so stupid that he never noticed the Nazi iconography while he was chumming with his alternative universe father and undead brother Keith. We find that alternate vigilante is actually part of a group of people fighting the totalitarian state. It turns out Augie is also not so happy with these fascists. We find all this out in Ep 7 and boom, we're out. We're done. I'm guessing this was all in service of the Pacemaker Too Stupid to Notice gag. Right, there's the giant picture of Hitler, and then he didn't notice it. That was so funny. But now, to the bit that I thought was unnecessary, we end Ep 6 with Leota, our favorite lesbian black woman, being chased by the white people of Earth X, because that's what racist Yahtzees do. It was more invasion of the body snatcher, but listen, no matter. Good cliffhanger, and then we continue the big chase in Ep 7, where we have our zoftig prey leaping fences. You go, girl! Jumping into a pool. Truth be told, you could tell they cut around Leota as she clearly couldn't swim. And I'm not going to make a joke about that. Getting rescued by Judo Master. I would like to take a brief moment to mention that Newt Lee, who plays the petty, overconfident Judo Master, is funny as hell. His comic timing and delivery is more devastating than his roundhouse. But it's the scene where he plays Scooble with Leota that we get the moment in question, where she blathers unconvincingly about the great friendship she has with Pacemaker and throws out here that zinger that real America is not that much different from the Yahtzee fascist America in Earth X. I suddenly found myself transported to a Charlie Kirk campus debate where Kirk asked a sister yelling about systemic racism, how'd she get into a $60,000 a year university? Now, as a Canadian who has watched Pam Grier in Coffee and Foxy Brown, and is a big fan of Edmonton Oiler Hall of Fame goalie Grant Fuhr, I do consider myself an expert on the black experience, okay? Really, James? Did you honestly feel that was necessary? Leota is the daughter of Amanda Waller, one of the most powerful bureaucrats in America. The fact you did nothing with your life does not make you underprivileged, girl. And to be honest, it's clear Leota is only in this season to be chased by white people and utter this sanctimonious line because she has no chemistry with Pacemaker. I'm not blaming the actress Danielle Brooks. It's all a script issue. We get some good action at the end back at Augie's home. People get killed, some get injured, who I'm sure will play a role in Ep 8. Pacemaker hands the portal purse to Flag. End of show. This was John Cena's best acting since he apologized to China in Chinese for his Taiwan remarks. Honestly, he was great. My problem is that we really have not seen Peacemaker in this season. The stuff he did in Earth X doesn't count because he's a hero there. We didn't get any of his trademark excessive killing or his tick about adding his logo to weapons. It's as if Gunn totally forgot what he had set up in season 1. And this is my biggest complaint. Just give me more of what we liked in season 1. I'm not going to apologize for being a walking anachronism. I'm sorry. Well, I just apologized. Finally, I just want to address the portals. The quantum closet gave us 2, the alien who enters to incinerate alien rats, which they don't seem to do anything with, and Earth X. I would expect there are other portals, much like a Bugs Bunny Daffy Duck cartoon. Why didn't we see Pacemaker pop his head, into a few insane worlds before settling on Earth X? And that, kids, is the problem with alternate universe adventures. It asks more questions than it answers. I'm sure the finale will be spectacular. I just wish they had started better. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you. I forgot to close the door.